Evening guys, how are we doing? Welcome. Right, tonight we are going to be building around Newark Castle. So this has been a section of the route that has been waiting mainly for the station before I began to put the actual work down. So I can't remember if we had a bit of a station in last week. I think we might have had the base platforms in. But the station itself is, as you can see, it's there, it's in place now, so we can put the rest of the work in around it. This side of the route is, to be quite fair, the least stressful section, I would say, of what I've got left to do. My work will end about here on this section of the route, the bridge separating myself and Mark, so I'll be working everything up to this. We're not going to get all that in tonight, but we're going to get a nice amount of it in. Whether we do all the surrounding stuff in the fields and stuff like that, or we may do a bit of each. We'll probably do a bit of each. Who knows? See how the stream flow takes me and all that. Right, so yeah, the station's in. I've done a little bit of prep work last night. Before we get going, good evening to the round night. Training World TV, good evening for the first time. Good evening. Basker Pradhan, good evening. Choo-choo, we're on the train line. We are indeed. Good evening. I'm just going to put my Steam into offline mode there because I've totally forgotten to do that. There we go. Done. That shouldn't pop up anymore, annoyingly. Who else we got? Craigie Boy, good evening. Josh Trains as well, good evening. It's good, mate. It's good. Who else we got? Luke, good evening. Korean Pinnock, good evening as well. Good to see you. You was here last night. Excellent. I hope we've got the sort of right capture of the building and the station and all that up to now. There's a nice signal box there as well. This literally came I think yesterday the signal box came, and it had a bit of a tweak this morning. Obviously, it's quite a tight area, and it sort of overlaps the wall as well. There, got a little, got the nursery in here as well. Got these little toy cars. They're brilliant. Saw these and probably one of the coolest little clutter assets I've ever seen. I mean, these are actually part of the station model, but hopefully, all being well, these will become a little common library asset as well, because they'll be quite cool for little scenes and stuff in the gardens. Anthony Wilson, and good evening. Thank you very much for the like, and also Tracing World TV for the host. Thank you very much as well there. Korean Pinnock, thank you very much for the like also there too. All around Gary, good evening. Good to see you. Howling Wolf 989. Is there a huge difference between the RTX 3060 Ti and the 3070? I have not got a clue, unfortunately. Well out of my depth of knowledge, that unfortunately I haven't got anything like that in terms of graphics. I'm still on a 1660 Ti, which does me perfectly well. To be quite fair, I think either one would be a decent card in terms of if you want into TS and stuff like that. I don't think either would be a bad card. Differences I would not know where to start on that, unfortunately. We're not going to have any music on the background tonight because last stream it interfered with YouTube. It seemed to have it got blocked out annoyingly. So I'm going to leave the music off, unfortunately, this week on that. Not a problem. I do apologise. I can't give you a better answer. Now, before we get going, what I'm going to do is going to show you where the route is at the top end. A lot of work's gone in since last stream. So you may remember there was a bridge that was totally white, had no textures on it. That itself is all sorted now. Let's let it all load in. Evening, Scott. Good evening. How are we doing? So it should have all loaded in now. You remember we were working on this last week. All around the Harmony links. So this is all done, all terrain painted and all spruced up now. So that is all in place. Some little bits of clutter still to go down there, like just random cars and stuff like that. But for the main part, the route itself is in. So yeah, we were working up to this bridge. This last week was fully it was just one solid white asset. It had no textures on it. It was sort of there. It was still being worked on. So as you can see, that is all in place. With some really cool, fancy traffic lights as well. Benedict put these together, just mainly because it was so close to the track, and it created a lovely little scene. So these again are another nice new asset to come to the common library, and it's not just a separate asset either. It's actually a kit So if you look at them all, they're all separate pieces. You can actually chop and change them to suit. Got the little buttons are all separate as well, and there's different posts as well. So there's not all these bent ones either. They're actually just straight poles there too. So you can chop and change and create what you need as well for your scenes, which is really cool. So when that update comes for that common library, you'll get those in there too. Moving on, we are well into tackling Lincoln, as you can see. It's fairly underway, and I've only been working on this since yesterday. We're on Tuesday now, so yesterday. I think last Friday we was up about here, so everything there onwards is now, as you can see, well taking shape. I'm trying to work in sort of in like a line moving across. So at the minute, I'm not going to go on to the other side of the track properly until everything on this side's finished. Working in a bit of a logical order here, really. Some tricky scenes as well. I mean, we've got the culvert here as well, which is a custom loft with new culvert tunnels. Well, in a really tricky situation of building, really. You've got assets either side. You've got dodgy terrain, which is really not the easiest to work with. So a lot of loft work and stuff to get that looking how it is in that tight gap. This section's fully complete, virtually bar some clutter, bits of detailing. I'm sort of in the process of working on this section. So just before finishing this afternoon, I was doing another sort of like river stream, where I'm not sure if it's a stream or a river, to be fair. It sort of disappears under the station, and I don't know where it actually goes to. It just goes and that's it, it disappears. So yeah, I've been doing that, preparing and stuff, getting all the distant stuff in. Sort of made a start on the near stuff, but there's still a few assets to come. There's a few asset blocks to come to finish these gaps and stuff. So I'm just doing what I can at the minute until they come. So working on the distant stuff. But that's where we are at the minute. Got a few more asset blocks over here as well on the other side of the marina. These are quite large assets as well. The cinema in there and stuff like that. There's one more to come, which Benedict's working on currently, so that should be in place possibly tomorrow and all that. So yeah, we are going in the right direction on that side of things. So hopefully next week, I hope by next week that side should be virtually finished, and I should be well underway on this side to get that finished. But more on that anyway when we come to it. So let's go back down to Newark Castle. We're going to make a start on this as well there. So WMR Live, good evening as well there. Good to see you. Just let it load in. Just loading the area back up. How's everyone week going as well? What we've been up to? Something's got a little bit skew with the river there. That's great. Just recopy that and paste that through. This way you see something's happening, you not realise what you've moved, annoyingly. Get that back to where it should be. That's well above. Just make you wonder how this happens, because I've not actually been anywhere near the river. I'll just take that out for a second. Probably try copying that one over, it might be the same height. Yep, there we go, that is the one we want. So that's, I think, back in place. Yep. Appears to be back in place anyway. There is some changes still to come with this river, I believe, as well. I'm not sure whether we're going with that concept or we're going to go with a bit more of a custom job. I'm not too sure on that yet, but we'll see. Right, anyway, enough of me blabbering on. Let's actually get some work in. So let's start off. We're going to work on this little housing estate here. So we'll get the roads in, we'll get the houses in, get all this sort of stuff in here first of all. I can indeed show you the full map, yeah. So this section is what we're focusing on. You see where my mouse is here, so everything around here is the new extension. Obviously going further afield, you've got Derby, Nottingham, Leicester as well. You've got Erewash Valley down the centre there. Derwent Valley here. up to Barrow Hill over there, and then up to Sheffield here. This, what you see on the left, is the upcoming Hope Valley. Well, part of it anyway. I've not got the full track in there yet. There's still some more track to come, but that is a good portion of the Hope Valley, which is very much underway. Obviously, can't really show anything on that in a minute because it's not at that stage. M Degree, you have literally just missed Lincoln, yeah. We may go back there and just show it off again at the end, but yeah, we literally just come away from there. Even Nigel, good to see you. Let's put the one lane in there. It just sort of like disappears and ends there. It's a bit of a random road, but it must go towards this field here. Just going to make sure that is at the right heights here. Luckily, there's not too much road on this side of the route. All the strenuous stuff has been done, that was done quite a while ago, to be fair. The main, obviously, stuff in Newark is all over there. This is all fields and stuff, so it's not a massive job. So we've got that in. I'm just going to snap that to the train, just sort that out. Just so it's not floating or anything. I'm just going to smooth any bits here on the sides just so it's all level. Same again on this side. Just go over that. Won't really do much difference, to be fair, but just to make sure. So what we're going to do now is going to get these little side bits in. So we will use the one lane road there. So just put that around there. Just about there. And then it goes off this way as well. And there's a small little section up there as well. So at the minute you can see they've all shot up into the area there and everywhere. So all we need to do is bring them down. And that one as well. And the cause for that is sometimes when you start laying a new road, you could be going under the train a little bit. But it's one of them. That's what happens when you snap to train with roads. Same way if you do it with track, but you should never snap to train with the track. It's not so bad for the roads, it's just a little bit annoying sometimes when they like shoot off into the air. You got to try and bring them back down again. Oh yes, definitely, Nigel. We can definitely say that much. It will be before Christmas. Won't give you dates exactly yet, but it's not far really. As you can see, obviously, by the progress of these streams, the route's progression itself is quite a lot. Mark's working on Nottingham area this week as well. He's making good progress on that. I won't show you anything on that end this week because it hasn't changed from last week. The route itself should change more this week when we do our main merging build. It's just Mark was on a holiday last week, so no work was done really on that side from himself. But yeah, that'll change quite a lot again this week. I'm just going to double check on my maps because I'm not sure what this road does here. I think it's just a little cul-de-sac there. Right. I thought it was a little triangle junction where it sort of like joined back up with the main road over it, but it doesn't. So it just sort of disappears to about there on that. And then also here there is another little road that goes off. And that goes off into this little warehouse area, I think. I think it's a warehouse. And there's a couple of buildings there. So that goes down there. I'm just going to end that there, like so. There's another one here as well, so I think they actually connect up, to be fair. That goes around the back. It's all sort of like meets up with each other. So we'll put that there. That way there. I'm going to chop some of that back actually because it's going to go too far over on the curve. It's better. So we'll bring that down here. and then we're going to curve to the left, bring this down there, and then we're just going to slightly, well not that much, slightly curve it to the right, and then we're going to join it back up with the main road here, and then what we'll do, we'll get all this levelled up, snap all the train up, and then we can start building the area a little bit here. Get the fences in, drop down the curb as well. In a second we'll do a drop down curve for the junction. Nice to get this section actually with detail, because then actually it'll finish another section up. Try that there. And that, I nearly said that is that, but I haven't actually snapped that build. Evening Trident, how are we doing? I thought I snapped that build, but there we go. Evidently not. Just got that up there. And there we go. I'm just going to do the smoothing tool as well. Oh, Witty, good evening as well. Welcome to the channel for the first time. There we go. I need to drop the curb over here as well. So all we do for this, gradient tools here, drop that down, send me on this side, and then bring it back up like so. That's how we do drop down curbs. Your PC started with the automatic repair loop. Oh, that's not good. Hope you sort it. Right, I'm just going to go back to my maps. So I'll see what the fencing's like around the back of here. So there is a brick wall first of all, so I'm going to get that, and then there's a bit of mesh fencing as well. Right, yeah, that's easy enough. You can sort of see the wall coming through here. So it's a very, very low wall with a little fence, like mesh fence on the top. So we're going to put this in, then we're going to lower it down. It goes to there. So we'll just select two of them, and it's literally, it's like that, with the other fence on the top, which is easy enough. So we want it's a JT Common Library asset, this is. And we want the, where is it? Fence, God, I can't remember where it is. I use it quite a bit as well around here. Green wire fence, that's the one we want. So this sort of sits over the top, like that. So we don't need to mess around with this either, it's literally at the right height, it's just it goes sort of like through. Like so. And there's a fence coming down the side of here. Now there is a curve in here, so what I'm going to try and do is bring a curb around this bit here, just to give a bit of detail, because it's quite close to the track, so I like to have a little bit of detail. I bet they've got these the wrong way around, these arrows as well, so I don't usually do the curb this way. Pavement free, but it's the wrong way around. See if that will be too like far in. Yeah, it's the wrong way around. So just swap that to check what this looks like. It's too far into the other road, so I'm going to put that onto the 6. It should be about right, this. Nearly. Try 5.5. That should do it, to be quite honest. This is the auction centre here as well. So we're going to give the yard a little bit of detail. Just put the detail around the fencing. So with the curb in there as well. We'll do another drop down. What we'll do is we'll just put a tarmac loft in here. So it goes into the yard area there. We'll just paint the rest. It's not don't need too much there. Just drop these down. Right, so evening Dan, thank you. Hope you're doing well, mate. Right, I'm just going to bring that curb up a little bit more. There we go, and same there. I'm not keen on that at all. Try that again. Trying to find the stairs in JTCL. Can't remember what it's called. Concrete steps under clutter. Concrete steps, there we go. I'm going to try and do that pavement again. I'm not overly happy with how that looked then. It was floating. Now do I do the pavement the other way around? And put them out, do it that way actually. Let's try this. So 3.5. Just this way it'll look a bit more tidier. You know, it's not exactly the right way around, but it will look better than doing it the opposite way around, where it'll start looking like it's floating. No worries. Right, try again. Pavement free. All the way through. That isn't as bad now because it's not flowing. It's got a bigger back on the on this side, you see, than the other side. It's a bit taller. Just put that there. So what we can do now is bring the fence, mesh fence, down the side of this as well, which will close the auction house yard. Five. I've got a load of signs here as well for the route. This is just some of them as well. There is some others yet still to do. We'll play some of them. How do I guess the offset number so well? It's just doing it for so many years. I sort of know the ones I use. So I know where to offset the payments and stuff because I do it daily. Sometimes I do have to trial and error some more trickier bits. And just put that bit of fence to there. Bring it over a bit. Train Spotter M, good evening as well. How are we doing? Bring that over a little bit there so it matches. So that's enclosed in that section. Now, I mean, it's still not fully enclosed yet because we've got this bit. Now, luckily, I have a cab ride. so I can work out where the fencing goes. So it's a white. Oh, it's not silver. So it's a silver palisade for this bit. It's a right mixture of colours. Suppose it gives it a little bit of colour to the area, other than the playground. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Do it again. Silver, not green. Come on. I'm good, thank you, mate. Good to hear you well. I need to bring that back a little as well. A little bit long. The other cool thing is we've got some new level crossings in now, which is brilliant news. I'll show you a couple of them as well. There's still a couple more to be made yet. The one at Newark will change as well. It's half barriers full on both sides. I mean, as well, also there's this section to finishing. This is pretty simple. It's literally trees and grass, which I will sort at some point. Of course, this little bit, there's a marina to go in here still yet as well. I'll show you quickly actually is level crossing. There's one just up here. I don't think that one's been changed yet. That one's still existing. It's the next one I think that's been done. That one probably does need changing, to be fair. Pretty sure I changed some of these crossings. Where are they? Ah, there we go. Mad Matt, good evening. I'm good, thank you. That's one of the new crossings. All new sounds as well. Should be pleased to hear when that comes. Loads of weathering detail, sirens that have been modelled into these as well. There is another one somewhere actually as well. Where is it? Started putting cable trunking as well in. Same one for Collingham. There is a different one somewhere. I can't remember whereabouts it is. It's a bit further up the line. No, it's not that one. Can't give you a release date as such yet, but it is this year. I can say that much. Ah, there's the other one. Yeah, definitely before the 31st of December. I hope so. I'll be on Christmas holidays. I won't be here from the 24th of December. I've got nearly 2 weeks off. But yeah, that's the other level crossing there as well. So there's a couple more to come. Some different ones, bigger, like 4 sets of barriers. There's half on each side of the road. Those are currently being worked on. Not far from done, to be quite fair. Some little crossing ones as well with the signs with the little green and red light on them for foot crossings. Those are also those are to come. Yeah, we don't want heads rolling, do we, Scott? Right, let's put the fence down the back of it. Holiday, what is that then? Been a very long time since I've had one of those. It's one of them things where I think you don't have to do any work for a little while. I had some days up, and it just the way the Christmas works around this year, it just made sense to put a few extra days in to get some extra time off, rather than working like 3 days in between. Just have the whole lot off. And I've always had Christmas off usually, so I like having my Christmas. Oh, that sounds grim, Dan. Grim. I haven't got many more holidays left. I think I've got about 5 days left to book, which I can use somewhere. Whether I use them or not, I don't know. If not, they'll just get carried over, I think. I will try and have them if I can. I like to save a few just in case, like in like emergency last minute plans and stuff like that. I can just put them in. Sort the fence out. It's floating a little bit. Yeah. Here we go. April to March, yeah. API keys cost? I have no idea. I did all my API key way before the changes came in, where you had to start putting your billing details in, so I couldn't tell you. I had this conversation actually the other night, and I think this, even though I didn't set up under the payment side of things, I think because I've still got Google account, it still has my details, but I've never been charged. I think you really have to tank it. I mean, if everyone has, like, let's just say me and Mark had the same key and some of us had it, and we were all using that same key, I think that would probably accrue charges eventually because there's more of us using it. But I don't know, to be quite fair on that one. I'm just speculating here. At the end of the day, I've never been charged, so I'm all right. And I do tank it, to be quite fair, because I'm always building, as you know. Good evening, Drake. Aaron Thomas, well, good evening. Before API keys and Google Maps, it was RW decals. So basically Google Maps, but you had to place the maps in the route itself. You had to put them all in, like every square tile. Oh, no, it took forever. It was a pain. You'd probably spend about a month putting these decals down before you can start doing any building. Very tedious. Right. So, for now, I think... What I'll do is actually I'll put the fences on the back of this. I've missed a road off there as well, so I need to put that in. Let's get these in. I can do the tidying up on these later on. These are the ones where it goes up in the air, look. Drag them back down. We actually ended up going back to using decals on South Western Expressways for the older track layouts that we couldn't get hold of. That was fun. I'm going to put them back in. Going back to that method. But yeah, I couldn't be doing with that method ever again. Not on a length basis of a whole route. And when you're done, we've got to delete them as well. It's not so bad this way because you can literally, you can just hide it. With them, you can't get rid of them, so they literally just sit there until you finish building on that tile. You're literally stuck with them. You can't hide them or anything. I've seen the Google Street View before. When I was working on the trams, I finished one afternoon and obviously I was driving. Come out of the depot and the Street View van was at the other side of the road. It actually followed me down the prom. And you can actually see my old car on it as well, like me at the other side of the traffic lights when it was sat there. It's quite cool. It followed down the prom for quite a while. Right. I need to put that road in I missed out as well there. Cul-de-sac. Yeah, it's a big massive camera on the top, isn't it? Like a 360 camera, is it? Farm in there as well. A little bit floaty. All's good. We'll try something here. There's a little culvert thing that's down here as well. These are a new addition to the Common Library as well, as of last night. How did you get on, Jake? That's quite a lengthy train. It's not advisable. Do not make it. There we go. Love these little culvert ends. They're really cool. About 10 feet out of the platform, over the viaduct and slipped to a stand. That's not good. That's not good. They need to take a bit of a longer run up at it. You might make it. He slipped on the to a stand on the MMLB 350-284 on the bank to near Dronfield. I did indeed. It's good that really, because obviously it's a train that is used heavily along many services on that route, so that'll be good for scenarios. Oh, see if that doesn't. No, it does fit. Just. Right. What houses are these next ones? I think these possibly cover house number 37, and yes, they are. So the one that Will made a bit back on the stream is this one. Yeah, we've got multiple in-house testers at JT. Going to put these for now. There's a little bit of housing in the back of there I need to do in a second. I'll get these in first before worrying about that. Yeah, there's a good number of people. Yeah, a lot. It builds over time. Ricardo Cala Bartra, good evening. Thank you for the like. How are we doing? The bungalow down here, and then there's a couple of newer houses. Some of them ones. Don't look big to look at on the map, this place we're doing in a minute, but actually more houses than you think. on these on this side. Doesn't look much to look at them, mate. Once you got getting the trees in, it'll soon pack out. Yeah, there's some new houses. We've got that's one of the new ones, and we've got some Flexi Road Terrace stuff as well. But they're also single placement. Those different styles. Not just Will, no, we've got Will, Benedict, Callum. There's 3 in house. We've also got Knitting, who's done external stuff with us as well. East Midlands Rally Fan, good evening as well. Lincoln's going well. It's going well. If you have missed anything in Lincoln, we did show it earlier in the stream. I might show it again at the end as well, but we shall see. Evening, Kev. I thought this was a therapy stream. Misread, just trains, just pains. You have to make do. Good evening. 125 into City as well. Good evening. How are we doing? There's a bungalow here. A couple of them. And then it's modern housing. Modernish. Evening, Morgan. Oh, you'll have fun when the next Common Library update comes out, when we do one for Sheffield Derby upon release of this. There is an absolute ton of assets. Wonky house. Oh, there's wonky ones. Don't worry. Varium. That's a little section done. There was this little bit here, weren't there? Which these ones are bungalows. There's only a couple of them. No, South Western Expressways as well had a common library, of course. Probably when we did a service pack for Derby, Nottingham, and Sheffield Derby, that went out just after South Western Expressways, but the common library hadn't changed. It just updated to be the same as South Western Expressways. We've deliberately not updated the common library to have the new stuff until this comes out, because everything's linked to this. So once this is done, it'll obviously grow massively with a lot of clutter. Too much to say, really. What there is, it's a big list. I won't even know where to start looking through all. I kind of look like Ricky Gervais. Not good, like. Thank you. Is that good? The common library is quite a large file. That's what makes the installers quite big. Because when you put the common library in it, it bumps it up. Oh, the treadles. Yeah, they're really cool. I've not placed really any at the minute. I've placed a couple at Collingham. So I'll just show you what, if no one knows what a treadle is. Oh, the culvert is in the list. It's on the common library. But yes, the treadles are these little gizmos. Hello, Dan. How are we doing? Did I place some on this side? I can't quite remember. One there. One there. There is some two on the other side. I literally just placed a couple just to have a little dabble whilst I was doing cable trunking. Trackside cluttered by not in any way near shape or form, but yeah, trunking is virtually on one side through up the route. It's using our new cable troughing as well. Oh yeah, I know all about the wall. I know about it, but it's on Mark's section. That it will get moved. I've seen it. And I know which one you mean as well. It'll be sorted. Would be really cool if we could make instant decals from Google Map tiles with custom shapes. Would make fields much easier to paint and texture. I don't find it that bad to just do what's here. Just add it on, do it off, just make it look like it is. I'll pass on the feedback, Kev. I'll get him told. He must have been in holiday mode when he put that down. There's a bit of clutter there, so I'm going to put that there. Just send that around the back. I'm good, thank you as well, Dan. Good to hear you all. Good to see you as well. Right. That's ready to put the building in there as well. Robbo, good evening. How are we doing, mate? How do the extensions work? They teleports to other maps. No, basically it's all the track is contained within Sheffield to Derby Midland Main Line route. So all the track updates go in that route. As it's the base route, you need to have that route anyway. The extensions of scenery go into the extension installers. So we then make a build of the scenery. And those go obviously, then when you install it just installs it into the route. So it adds in them tiles to the base route. And it adds in the new scenery. So you can then see everything. I mean, even if you didn't have the extension, you'd see the track. You could drive down here, but you wouldn't have the scenery until you'd purchase that specific extension. I'm good, thank you, Robbo. East Midlands Red fan, yeah, this year for this. I'm not going to tell you when, but it is this year. Right. What I'll do is I'm going to put the buildings in there, so there's a warehouse I can stick in there somewhere. Mike Hopton, good evening. Thank you for the light there. I'll have to shrink it down a little bit because it's a little bit too long. You run the network, obviously, but curious, will NL be an add-on for the DNL standalone? It will not, no. Standalones are standalones. You can't add any extensions to those because we clone it. So DNL's a clone, it has a totally new route ID. You can't just install it to it. They're standalones for a reason. If you obviously wanted to add stuff, you just go and you obviously go for the extension process, build up, get the base route, and then just add on what you want. And we do the standalones as well because they go onto Steam. So we can only put obviously the standalones on Steam Store. So you'll see some of our stuff go on there from time to time. So those are always the standalone products. Just the way I don't think you can put extension on Steam either. I don't think it works as simple as how we do it. But that's the general way of things go. What's that building there? Let's have a little goosey gander. bet Google Street View doesn't go. No, it does. We're unlucky. It goes down the lane. Oh, okay. It's a bungalow. Of all random things next to a warehouse, it's actually a bungalow. I can do that. Easy. How random. I bet I can't go down the... I can't, no. Like a unit here, so we'll put one of the modern units here. Can find it. There it is. It's got a bit of blue in it, so we'll go for the blue one. It's the rest of it. I don't actually know what it is, but I can sort of work out what the end one is. And it'll probably work quite well using the Litchurch Lane building, one of the smaller warehouses. If I can find it. Nope, not there. Try again. Nearly that one, just a bit smaller. That one. Although at the minute it's a little bit large. So what we'll do, shrink it down. And we'll just place that in there. Almost like so. There we go. I'm hoping I can put another warehouse in here because there's one more to go in. Do a little shuffle around if not. Can't actually find it. Where are they? They're there. One of these ones. I'll do. It's building up. There's a few more to go in here. There's something else here. Again, I don't think I can get down the street view onto it, so I can see it from the main road, and it is like a little brick building. I'm not sure what exactly I can put in there. I probably have to go something like this and shrink it down. I can build up the garden up to that. Something else to go on the end of here. I don't know what I've got for that. Where I'll go for two of them side by side actually might be a better option. Let's make them a bit small because they are a bit tall. I'll do it. I do feel like that warehouse at the back is a bit too tall. Definitely is a bit tall, that. I'll do. Peterborough, good evening. Thank you for the like there at Facebook. So that is almost in. There's a bit of a farm to go there. I'll do that in a little bit. I think there's some offices here. Something anyway. Let's have a look. See what I find on the street view. There is double barriers, well spotted. They are still to come. These will change. They're just placeholders at the minute. We have got some new ones being made, so hopefully in the next day or two these should be changed to the ones what we need. They're going to be the same sort of ones of what we're using the new ones for Lincoln as well, so they'll be the same model for this. I just put them in for now, but I was sick of driving across and cars going in front of me. I'm all well, thank you, Pete. Good to hear you're doing well, mate. Right, let me put the bits into this. But the beauty of it is we can go back over the level crossings, and if it's something that we have made that will fit there, then we can most likely swap them. And that for a service pack. Now we've got new ones if they obviously are the right ones to change them to. I mean, these are the first level crossings that have been made in the JT Common Library for at least 10 years. The ones we've had all this time are very, very old, so it's nice to see some new ones come through. Just a bit. It's actually somewhere that's shut down. I'm just going to put a few bits in there. Put a warehouse at the back of here. You won't really see this. It's covered with trees. Hello, Benedict. It is indeed. The turn back is in somewhere there. So there's the crossover. Signals in, and also comes with the free car stopping marker as well. And obviously you've got signals that cover all bases there as well. You can do both turnbacks. I don't know, they just seem to have stopped, didn't they, more recently? I don't know why. We probably simplified the services or something. I'm not sure. Possibly maybe COVID as well, maybe. Just made the timetables change a bit. I'm not really sure, to be fair. What is that over there? Not a problem at all, Paul. That's a cattle market, apparently. Okay. Yeah, I seem to think it was a lockdown thing. Because it sort of happened around that point, didn't it? Oh, there was a warehouse to go here, weren't there? Right, maybe 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to go and grab a drink and we'll continue. Hello again, right. Evening, white mate. How we doing? I need to find something going for the cattle market thing. Not really sure how big the building is. No, it's not massive. From what it looks like there, it looked like quite a large building, but it seems to be quite a small one. Yeah, when I say small, I mean like it's not actually like dead tall. It's a low building. It just looks really tall on that one. I don't know what to put in there for that because that's quite a specific looking thing. I'm gonna double check that's on the cattle list, though, the custom list. Hang on, let me have a look at the dev list. I don't think it's on there. We do have a cattle market that came with South Western Expressways, but I think it's totally different. Hillbilly, good evening. Nope, no cattle market. I wonder if the one from South Western Expressways would do there. I'll leave that for now. I'm going to leave that section. I'll work that out tomorrow. Right, what I need. Lincoln to Grimsby. Any route would be good. Hello as well, Hillbilly there. Ed, I'm not sure if I said hello actually. If I did, hello again. Just didn't message again. Yeah, Grimsby. Again, anything's always a good extension, isn't it? At the end of the day, anything's better than nothing. But no plans to go that way at Covent. The dirt road that goes through the field. Slightly floating, so we bring that down. Barnaby, but it's got to be semaphores for Barnaby, of course. It's got to be semaphores. None of these new signals. Humberside Airport as well. It's an empty airport. It's not a massive hotspot then. There's a gate here as well. Agreed, Paul. Agreed. Lincoln to Sheffield. We'll be able to do that soon. This way. The long way. But I know where you're coming from. There is another way around there, isn't there? Just give us 2 seconds, guys. I can hear one of my kids crying upstairs for some strange reason. Just give me a minute. I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, I'm just going to try and work out on my cab ride what the fence is on this track side, because it's hard to see. It's full of vegetation. It does look like a wooden fence, to be quite honest. It's quite a low. Yeah, it's a wooden fence. Oh no, it's a mixture as well. Right. I'll tell you what it is. There's another one of these little ditches. I know that runs around through these trees, annoyingly. Maybe it doesn't go that way. I'm trying to figure out where it goes to. I'll just remove that a second. There's definitely something there. I don't know which way it goes though. It's there. You can see it. You can actually see it. Let's see if I can figure it on an actual map. You sent me a present, aren't you kind? Thank you. Hang on. Oh, wow. Beast though. Right. Right. Well, whilst we're deciding on what we're going to do with that ring, we're just going to get rid of that just for now. Evening, Jack. How are we doing, mate? Let me just do this. What we'll do, we'll go and put a new asset in the game. Which is all exciting stuff. Evening, Crisps as well. Good evening. Let's put that in that folder as well. If it's not okay, we can publicly shame you. Just come out and reload. Oh, if this is all good, we can start Marina tomorrow. Or Marinara, as we like to call it. I'm good, thank you, Jack. Good to hear you well, mate. We're doing Lincoln Castle and Newark Castle. All around the Newark Castle area this evening. Doing some of that part of the route, which is still needs some doing. Mainly field, which is a good thing. Right. So we'll just place this new asset. We ain't going to do no detail around it because I'm waiting as well for a marina, which we need, which will be the next thing to come. So that will enable me to do a lot more work as well at Lincoln. Once the waterworks are all in. I'll say waterworks. It makes it sound like a sewage site. The waterways is probably the better term for it. So new asset is somewhere Lincoln Marina Asset Block 1. Here we go. It's a large lad, isn't it? That was mega. I'll check it while we're here. You've done a bad Benedict. You've done a bad Benedict. Uh-oh. He's not done it in his first go. Deary me. Shame him. Well, other than that, I think that is literally the only thing, mate. Literally just the balconies. Yeah. Bad Benedict. Evening, Ross. It's going well, mate. How are you? As well, Jack, did you see on Facebook the scenery is on the curve into Lincoln? Yeah, the scenery up to now is... yeah, I might as well show it. For anyone that obviously missed this before, obviously you can see here the extensive progress that's made into Lincoln. Yeah, last stream we was here working on this section, and this section wasn't all finished because I still houses to do. Oh, I've already shown the traffic lights. I'll show it again. It's beast, absolute whopper. This is. I'm hoping I can use these traffic lights elsewhere in the route as well. Find some more. Yeah, I might try and relay that road to be quite fair. Is it straight? Roads with traffic are an absolute nightmare. Even though this road was laid in one big hit, and it's still causing trouble. Might give it a go. Might be able to try and relay that, to be quite honest. We'll see. But yeah, big update on there since last week. Little spot on you was on there with your bus today. Hellfire. We've got approval. I'm liking that. That was Triton Road. Was it Triton? Triton? I said Triton. I'm glad we've got an approval from a local. Happy days. I enjoyed making that little scene as well. I think Benedict enjoyed doing the traffic lights too. We spent a full day doing them as well. Lincoln Sea Cadets and Lincoln Boat Club. I assume stuff around the marina will come. We'll look into what may be needed as well there, so don't worry, there is still stuff to go. Come on then, what can we do here? We were doing this, weren't we? Right, fencing. Second one. Yeah, the station's in as well. Big progress. Maybe cab ride again, just double check something. Cheers, Ross. I don't even think you're really going to see much of this fence because it's very, very hidden within the trees. You're going to do an East Coast Mail South extension to York around 3 or 4 years ago before moving routes. With Lincoln, doing Lincoln as well, that's cool. To smooth some of this terrain off on this side. Right, I've just noticed something here. Right, this needs to go because it's actually on a bit of a bank. So what I'm going to do is build the bank. First of all, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take the roads out here a second. So to make the banking, I'll do the process that I did up around Newark, which will be build a loft, which goes around the track, and it goes back to about right here. So what we'll do, it goes down here, it's about there. It's not dead steep, but you can see it on the cab ride, so it's best to have it and not. And about there. So next up, look at this. I'm going to offset on the other side because it's on both sides. So 15, I think isn't going to be enough actually. No, we'll go for about 35. Maybe too far. 26 is about right there. Right, so let's put another one of these in. This will go on the opposite side. It's just so I can build the exact same where the banking goes. So we want to snap it to lofts, and then like so. Snap up terrain. I didn't go all the way through on the other side, but never mind, it's alright. So we're just going to send that all over there. We'll smooth it all off in a second so it'll all be the right sort of gradient. I've only started doing this method during this project. I've never really done it like this before. I always did it sort of like hard way, struggled messing around, dragging terrain down and stuff, but doing it this way, it's a lot easier. I don't know. I think it was more of a path. It weren't really actually. It's not actually a road. It's more of a footpath. I think is more the answer on that one. Right. So now we've got our embankment-ish. We're now floating. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to make a bigger brush side than that first of all. So we're just going to bring all this so it's all smooth. Alright, so you can see we've got the gradient in the terrain there. So next up, we're going to put an actual embankment loft in, and that will go all the way to about there. So I'll sit that on 3 for a second. Now I think it's number 4 for the loft. We'll try that one. There we go. I hope that's yeah, that was about right, I think. Actually, no, it's not. I'm gonna go a little bit further. Go 4. There's just different heights and different steepnesses in the side and stuff. So if you see here, big uns, and some are just grass without the ballast. These were made really actually for the the Highland line. Highland Main Line. Well, obviously that never happened. My bad, not a problem. Catch you later on. Take it easy. Oh, I've not sent it that other part of bloody track. Well, I did one of the arrows. Back to the drawing board. Right. I could do it that way. I just choose to always do it this way. I always have done. Just old habits. Yeah, it looks consistent to me. Slight little bit there, but that's just where the gradients are anyway. Yeah, it looks good. So now what I can do is as well, I can put the culvert in again, because we've got the banking as well, so it'll mix in with that nicely, and then I can figure out where it actually goes to as well. Culvert A. Probably I'm making extra words for myself. It's just old habits. It takes a lot to get me out of a habit. The culvert's there. It just disappears. I need to have a look on the maps to see if I can figure out where it actually goes to, because I actually don't have a clue. That ain't gonna help me. Let's try this. Waterways map. Anything on there? That's just canals, that's no good. I will find where it goes. I think I might have a good source here actually. I've got it. It works in sections actually. It only goes so far. It disappears again. It's weird. It just disappears into the ground. But we can add the bit in. just goes down here. And it literally just disappears again. It's quite weird, but it does what it does. It goes back into a culvert, but it's inside all the trees. It is just a bit random. We're just going to snap the train to this. No, we're not. Hang on. There we go. Let's do this a little bit manually. Right. Now that that's in, we can put the fencing back in. What's that bit? On this section there is a different fence. It's just a little section above the culvert. It's not that one either. It's the wrong one. Try again. Got a save. This just literally follows all the way down. It'll join back up over here. Meets up with the bridge. Just drop this down before I forget. And then we'll put the last bit in there. Virtually more to do it for us there. That. we go. Right, let's get another save. I'm not going to bother going any further than that tonight on this side of it. I'm just going to keep in this area. Something I haven't done is just sort this out. I'm going to put that in there like that first. And we'll smooth it all off. Tidy that up in a second on that. Join with the bridge. This is all covered with trees once again as well, so you ain't even really going to see much of this road or the area. The whole curve as well, it's very tree lined all down here. So I'm just going to put this bit in individually, just to tidy it up. Just to give it a bit of a gradual gradient up to the road as well there. Just looks a bit smarter. More tidy. There we go, that's that. Just little bits here and there that just want bit of a shuffle. So we'll put the rest of the fields in now. Just map them out. Right, let's just put that with the terrain. Now also, it doesn't actually go all the way as a hedge. It does turn into a fence in a minute. Hence why I actually chopped some of this off to go down the other way. So that goes that way. But this section up here turns into a bit of a fence section. Excuse me. Need to edit a bit of this train here. It's just a little bit pointy. Give it a bit more of a gradual gradient there. Cracking. Right, that's that. Put the separate sections in. Across there as well. Let's go across first. Go to there now because there's a house to go in and there will be probably a little bit of detail with fencing and stuff to put around that. That's the wrong button. There we go. Try again. Come along now. Am I missing any of the hedges? There's a bit over here. Some fencing to go around there as well. Right, so we're going to be finishing up in about 5 minutes or so. It's I didn't realise how long it's been since we actually came live. Time flies. Time flies. But it is getting late on as well, and I need some tea as well. I need tea yet, so that does call shortly. Is there anywhere you guys would like to see? Do let us know. I can't really show anything down Nottingham end this week because nothing's changed. But if there's anywhere you'd like to see, fire away. I'll give it a minute or two to put some places and I'll pick a couple. I could do that again. I did actually do that earlier on, but I can do it for anyone that came in late. Certainly. Good shout. Yeah, go for it. We'll go back that end again. I'll show you in. Oh God, excuse me. Right, I'll go to about, there we go, we'll go for the Highcombe area. Station's not in yet, Highcombe, that's still to come. Oh, that's looking very nice, Josh. Right, so yeah, station will go here. It's a staggered station, so you've got one on that side and another side here. This is heading towards Lincoln, of course. When you come around this corner, you just get the glimpse of the cathedral poking over the top there. So yeah, these crossings are going to change as well. There's some new ones coming for this. And the next crossing as well. Yeah, those are place markers just for mapping out stations. So where we put them lofts, they are the correct distance for a platform. So we build the platform edge into that, so we know it doesn't clip the train. So that was last week's work. There's a random spot of strange terrain paint there. Where's that come from? The old TS bug. Coming to the boundary of last week's work on the stream. Yeah, stuff like that still to come. There's still some stuff in the industrial estate still to do, but yeah, that'll all come towards the final sort of like go through with all the clutter. Put bits in where we can see it. Won't be in every garden, but in the gardens you can sort of see. Same way we've got to put some cars in car parks and bits of clutter down. Little custom bridge. Don't worry about that because you ain't going to be seeing that under there, so that'll stay as it is, most likely. Because the way we've had to do this bridge is a bit of a pain. We've had to build a bridge to then build embankments off it and make this little like culvert stream thing. Training test, that was fun, to say at least. I'm still yet to actually drive through here with the scenery. I've not done it yet. I'm going to hold back. Scrapyard there. So this is, I think, some form of signalling area or something. Something to do with Network Rail. I'm not really sure what the building is. I think it is a signalling centre. Quite crisps. But yeah, it's shaping up well. This was this morning's headache though, putting this little culvert in here, and without the new customers that Callum made last night, we'd probably not have had anything like that. It'd have been a right mess. I can't wait to do a first drive, to be fair. It'd be great. I mean, I have driven it, to be fair. I have driven the route because I've been testing Star, but to do it with full scenery and all that lot, I can't wait. And then obviously you got the station there as well. Ignore the signals, those will be put into the cage at some point. There's still something to go, a few tweaks to be done with these gantries. New footbridge, which came in last week as well. Too much water. Too much water, definitely. There's so many streams and waterways and little culverts here and there. It's mental. So we'll find someone to tide this up yet. Excuse me. It will do. There's one there. That's still to come yet, all that bridge and stuff. Car parks and all that. And there's another level crossing here as well. Somewhere around about here. So yeah, all still to come yet. Hopefully the marina will be in the next few days as well. So, well, something to do with the marina, at least start us being able to build. The thing I'm not looking forward to doing is this hill. It's the hill that's the most daunting bit because obviously we know what things are like in TS where let's just do what we can. The rest of the route's been flat, so this is literally the only hill I've had to contend with. Just unfortunately, it's literally by the main station. So it'll certainly test my patience. Yeah, the aim is this year, Nigel, definitely. It will be this year. So I've got to do scenery up to the cathedral, so I've got to do everything up to this cathedral, and obviously the castle's going to go in here, so I do have to fill all this, because you're going to see it. Which is another annoying thing. Well, if you couldn't see it, it wouldn't have been so bad, but because you can see that hill for miles, you're going to have stuff on it. I just hope it all looks alright when it's in place. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I've been at this since 9 o'clock this morning anyway, so I'm going to get a bit of downtime from doing this till tomorrow morning. Will it be out before? Yeah, definitely will. Of course it will. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll be doing some more of this most likely next week. I don't know where. I'll decide where. It'll either be Newark end or it'll be back up here. We'll do something. May even do something up this end next week. Show you how stressful building a city is. But anyway, thank you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the bits that we've been working on tonight and seeing some of the new stuff. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.